today I'm gonna be debating about whether One Piece is better or Hunter x Hunter is better. I know there are a lot of people that have been, jumping on the trend of saying that One Piece is better, and we all have to be honest. At least 70 percentage of them are larpers. Like they don't watch One Piece, they have never seen One Piece, they just on the trend of One Piece just because One Piece is more popular. But then I got into this internal monologue of, is One Piece actually that good for all the praises that it gets? I mean, it is good, not gonna lie, it is good, it is wonderful. Okay, we all know that shit. It's just, it's is it like the legendary manga of all time? There are better mangas, right? Like, there are, I feel, I don't know, there is something that is wrong with me, or like it's hard for me to find a way to be like, yeah, One Piece is the greatest shit of all time, manga or anime of all time. But then I realized, or but then I came into this thought process of Hunter x Hunter exists. Like, let's all be honest, Hunter x Hunter exists. It's not the most popular one because they have a bad marketing team, to be honest. They don't do a good job marketing Hunter x Hunter. One Piece has one of the best marketing team to exist. Like, Hunter x Hunter, they're just not good with marketing shit, man. So I'm not gonna be the marketer of Hunter x Hunter. I am here to figure out this shit. If One Piece is better or Hunter x is better, okay? It's unbiased opinion only. I have created a fucking whiteboard in order to figure this shit out. So we have One Piece. I mean, let's be honest, the font is not important. And then we have Hunter x Hunter. So we are only considering the anime. This is an anime shit. Okay, we need to make it clear, not manga, because Hunter x Hunter manga already has a bad PR. It's all text, no art. People bully Hunter x Hunter a lot. I don't want to go there. So we are gonna stick with story. We are gonna talk about story, world building, characters, animation, and then SFX slash OSG. What else is there? Am I forgetting something? So let me start with the personal opinions, okay? After that, we will go to this. One Piece, favorite arc of all time. For me, it's like Ennis Lobby and Marineford. My favorite shit of all time. Ennis Lobby and Marineford. Hunter x Hunter, Kai, Mera and Dark and York New Arc. Don't know if it's called Phantom Arc or York New, but that's like my favorite shit, man. Anyways, let's go with the easiest one. OSG. One Piece OSG is like bad. Bad in the sense of comparing to Hunter x Hunter, it's not that great. Like, it's not. One Piece lacks in sound design, obviously. It is, everybody knows One Piece lacks in sound design. But like, the only thing that I can think about for One Piece OSG is classic Luffy's OSG and maybe Joy Boy. It's not even Luffy's, right? It's just Straw Hat OSG. Like, dun, 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 dun. I can't play it because of copyright strike, but you guys have to assume it. It's the classic Arlong Park OSG. The classic Arlong Park OSG. And then maybe the Joy Boy Gear 5 OSG. Those two are the only iconic OSG that my brain can process. It's not about my brain. It's like fandom shit. Okay, like we all can assume that the whole fan base of One Piece can say that. Yeah, what the Straw Hat OSG is better, and then Joy Boy OSG better. But then we have to talk about Hunter x Hunter, Phantom Troop OSG, the Chimera and Dark sound designs, SFX, the OSG, Krolos OSG, everything is just way better. Like, we are talking about the anime, not manga. For an anime, sound is more important. Like the way it sounds. I'm not talking about dubbing or subtitles. No, that's not what I'm talking about. The way a scene is emphasized through music, OSG, SFX is like, it elevates the shit that I'm watching. Even if it's a shit like bad shit. it automatically elevates what I'm watching. And Hundred Center has one of the best OST sound design SFX of all time. It has all time, not even comparing to One Piece. It has one of the best things of all time. Now, when we talk about animation, on the other hand, One Piece has it. Like I'm talking about Hundred Center 2011, right? We are talking about 2011. Like even with 2011, it's like animation is like I would give it a solid 8. It's not flashy. It does obviously it doesn't have impact frames. I'm not talking about Wano animation. I'm talking about what Ennis Lobby. I'm talking about Marineford. Like comparing to that animation, it's better. But on the long run as well, if you go to like Wano, if you go to what's the shit before Wano, Whole Cake Island, I would say Wano carries animation, but even before that, I can see Ennis lobbies and Ennis lobby is like my favorite shit, right? And Marineford as well. So animation wise, it doesn't matter to me, especially with the recent animation. It's like a 10 out of 10. I can't complain about it. There is no complaint for shit. Now this is where things get interesting and things go even further beyond characters. Let's talk about the cast. Yeah, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Nami, Usopp, Chopper, Jinpei, Frankie, Robin. We are only gonna talk about like the main cast and maybe extras. So these are the characters, right? These are the cast. Luffy, character wise, I would give him a 9. He's not the most entertaining character to watch in One Piece. Like, we get it. His whole shit is freedom to do what you want, to be what you want, like go beyond your dream, go and fulfill your dream, chase your dreams, live your life, freedom. That's solid 9. But sometimes he's stupid, man. Sometimes he's just annoying. Like I get the aspect of, yeah, protagonist used to be dumb, that's how they used to write it. Naruto is portrayed as a dumb guy, Kakarot is portrayed as a dumb guy. I don't know who else is portrayed as a dumb guy, but I get it. It's a stereotype, it's an archetype. It's not the best or like my favorite protagonist to watch, other than him fighting for his dream to be the best in the world. I would give him a solid 9. It's just when I'm watching anime, like just as an aspect, there were times where I was genuinely mad sometimes. Like mad in the sense of not like hating mad, but like I was like, why is he doing that shit? Sometimes it's aura, sometimes it's just bruh. Zoro is again a 9. People glaze Zoro. It's like he is a solid character. He's racist, yes. He kills all the dark skin characters, but like at the end of the day, he also is struggling to be one of the greatest swordsmen to ever exist. Unfortunately or fortunately, he is fighting all the dark skin characters and killing every single dark skin motherfuckers out there. So I can't, roast Zoro. He might come for my black ass, but other than that, he doesn't have enough backstories are not meant for all characters. I understand and I know that not every single characters requires a strong backstory. They just need to be a better character in the storyline. Zoro does his job as a vice captain. He is good. Like I don't have any problem with him other than he's just a solid side character that doesn't, at least for me, he doesn't overtakes the protagonist, man. Like I get it, Toei likes to glaze Zoro, right? I get it, Toei likes Zoro, like the impact frames, the animation, the OST. I get it, we like it, but story wise, I don't feel like Zoro is doing much for me. I don't know why. It's not that okay, we get it, Zoro is strong and he's gonna protect the straw hats. End of the day. That is who a vice captain is supposed to be. Like I don't know why people are glazing Zoro. He is supposed to be the strongest vice captain, or second strongest. I mean, he is supposed to be the strongest vice captain. If Luffy is gonna be the not strongest, but king of the pirates. A king of the pirates requires a strong as vice captain, not gonna lie. At least one motherfucker needs to be strong in that ship. And Zoro, for being a human, respect. He's not a 10 out of 10. Reason why? I don't relate to Zoro. He waits a lot. I mean, he lifts a lot. He's strong. He gets lost, but that's his, character type. What else? Like that is, I don't think Zoro has a personality. Maybe that's what I feel like I'm missing from Zoro. He doesn't have a catchy personality where you want Zoro to win. Or at least for me personally, yes, he has aura. Yes, he has good scenes. Yes, he is a good person, like a good human being. But other than being a vice captain who is all serious, I get it. He had a rough, ever since Abode arc, he has a rough time. But like, he needs some more character in him. Luffy, maybe he balances Luffy out. Maybe I should say 9.5. I don't know why it's hard for me to give 10 out of 10 for Zoro. Like, I'm questioning myself in order to be a lawyer for Zoro while hating Zoro. I'm not hating Zoro, but while asking myself Zoro. Sanji is a 10 out of 10 character. I understand his shit is like he's a simp. Like, he's a guy who falls for every single woman. But that gag or like that comedy stereotype is overused by the writer Oda legend. But I can't, like, I'm gonna be honest. He's a 10 out of 10 for me because he has a great backstory. He is one of the best characters in the ship, as well as in the One Piece cast as well. Like, he's okay when Sanji is okay. Now, when Sanji is 9.5, because he floats the way Oda writes his character. There are some flaws with his character. Falling for every single woman and being crushed by every single woman is sad. But like, Sanji is one of the best characters to ever exist, man. Straight up in anime or any piece of fiction. He's after what he gone through life, like, he cooks a lot, which is something that I can relate with. He cooks a lot, he cares a lot, he loves a lot of people, he wants to protect the people that he loves. We are not power scaling people here, we are talking about their characters, what they want. Sanji is more of a protecting person than Zoro. Zoro also protects, don't get me wrong, but Zoro's priority is different from Sanji's priority, and we have seen it many times in this show. And I myself, okay, this might be a personal opinion, but I myself find me to gravitates more towards Sanji because he cares a lot about his crew. Meanwhile, Zoro cares a lot about his captain and the integrity of the pirates, or like the purpose, or like the rules. A pirate should be like this. We are not in a happy world, we are fighting motherfuckers every time, we need to be responsible. Zoro is the vice captain. Sanji is this chill dude in the ship that has a character, that is living his own life. People say Sanji doesn't have a kingly ambition. Motherfucker, he wanted to visit All Blue. He doesn't even know if All Blue exists or not. Still, he has the same ambition of Luffy to like find the All Blue where every single sea meets. And he has his own ambition. He has his own hobby to feed the entire ship, the entire people. Like, he doesn't like when people are hungry, which is something that I love about him. Food, him being a chef, is just one of the best things to ever exist, man. Nami is like one of the characters that are like, Nami has solid backstory, right? She has a sad backstory. She has a character. Her character revolves around money, which is the way that she was brought up with, which is too real to real life. Like, it is the one of the Nami's life story is one of the most relatable stories to exist. Yes, Nami's backstory is one of the most relatable backstories to exist. And then to a ship, she is just a navigator. Like, she is not the fighter of this group. She is a navigator that just happens to have a powerful ass cloud. That's it. That's the end of the day. She just happens to be like, in the fighting club. She has no reason to be in the fighting club. And a lot of people hate her because she is weak. Let's be honest. She is a navigator with a solid character. She keeps everything in check. There are writer flaws. That's why she is an 8.5. The writer flaws are impacting these characters. I'm not reducing, or like, I'm not leaving the writer's flaw are a part of their characters. The legend Oda himself is making Luffy in a certain way because he likes to write Luffy in a certain way. But me as an audience, I don't like to watch Luffy in that way. That is a me problem. That is not an Oda problem. That is an audience problem. I know, I accept it. That is why he is a 9 instead of a 10, because Lucy might be a 10 out of 10 character for you guys. He might be a 10 out of 10 character for Oda, but in a general audience, Luffy is not the best character to exist. There are other characters that motivates other humans. There are other characters that has the same ambition of being free, being totally free, completely free. Example, Thorfinn. There are other characters. So I mean, in the sense of the story, I don't see her to be like a character that is has major impact in the story. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Has a major impact in the story. Sanji's character, just rounding up his character, might not have major impact in the story, but because of personal relatable life story, I like Sanji more than any other characters in One Piece. Usopp cannot exist and the One Piece can still be perfect. That's how I feel about Usopp. It's not genuine hatred. It's just I don't see a reason for his existence. That's plain and simple. That's just plain and simple. He has done nothing to the storyline, ship, even like even in like Luffy. Yeah, they fought. Usopp and Luffy fought, but like what else? What happened? What else happened? He didn't grow. He had an whole arc to to like train. He didn't develop shit. He's still the same Usopp as second arc like Romance Dawn. He's still the same Usopp as Romance Dawn. Come on, like still we are in Elbaf. We are gonna finish Elbaf. Still Usopp hasn't figured it out. Like we are in the end game and Usopp is still crying and acting scared. That shit's annoying. As a humor, I get it. Okay, that's supposed to be a humor, comic relief character, the comic of the Straw Hats, the comic of the show. Comics can be strong, not power scaling, but comic can have some impact in the story. Like they can be strong characters in the sense of like doing some actual impact in the story. Usopp's impact, I genuinely can skip Usopp's episode and still finish One Piece. That's how useless Usopp is. Chopper is not a fighter. A lot of people power scale One Piece characters. This is not a power scaling video. Chopper is a doctor. He does have some flaws in him, but I'm not gonna remove the flaws. The flaws are his minus, and I'm gonna keep it. Chopper's ambition is to be the best doctor to exist, but there are situations where he is like, I don't feel like he is learning a lot about his becoming a doctor, or like I don't think he is doing enough research. Most of the time Chopper's knowledge just comes from the books that he had read in the past. I don't think his involvement impacts the story, especially in Wano it impacted, in Egghead it impacted. I don't think in Egghead it impacted. Egghead was like what? Yeah, Egghead was useless. Chopper was useless in Egghead. See the inconsistency of these characters. Did Nami have any impact in the story? Impact, I mean, obviously Zoro and Luffy are gonna have some impact because that's the way. Sanji also has impact, and Sanji is a better character compared to Zoro. Nami, on the other hand, the impact she has on the story is, I mean, she is the navigator. I would give her 8.5. Yeah, 8.5 is already more for her. I mean, she's not technically a poor written character. Not like to assume her as a poor written character. I'm currently watching every single anime episodes in my brain so that me trying or like finding a way for her, for her to be written poorly. And I just simply can't. There are not a lot of Nami scenes or like Nami impacting story scenes, but okay, maybe that pushes her to 8. I can't really see her. Like Nami's a navigator, right? She's the navigator of the ship. She has some impact to the story. She does have few impact in the whole One Piece. Yeah, Chopper, Jinpei is like, at least Usopp. I'm mad with Usopp. Jinpei's existence is very short with us. I know he did only he did only start to travel with us since like Wano, but like I'm not super attached to Jinpei. Like I'm attached with like Sanji or like even Chopper. I love Chopper, right? Chopper is like what, one of the good characters to exist because he is a doctor. He has a sad backstory, and he has a motive in life. Jinpei is just existing because he exists. Like if he grows old, he just grows old. There is nothing for Jinpei. Jinpei's motive is to help Luffy, but that's all your role is to help Luffy. Zoro and Sanji are already doing it. You are not giving anything for the ship other than being a helmsman. Like Frankie can be a better helmsman for you. He's already a shipwreck. Like I'm not asking for a sad backstory for Jinpei. He has already suffered racism, and that's some shit that is worse than most things. But like, yeah, he suffered racism, but like, does he impact anything in the storyline? I can really see or watch. We was already watching One Piece without Jinpei. Jinpei, don't act like Jinpei is like your favorite character in One Piece. Jinpei came in Wano, and even in Wano, he didn't have much impact. He fought who's who, and that's it. Like who's who, that's it. He fought who's who, and he vanished. Egghead, nothing much in Egghead. Elbaf, I mean, they exist obviously, but like, I don't think story impacting wise. Frankie is a solid six. Obviously, my favorite Frankie storyline of all time is when he fought the guy in Dressrosa. That storyline is one of the best storylines to exist in general. Frankie is a broken character, broken in the sense of like not having a sad backstory, but just in a character wise. He's so broken. He's not the most impacting. I mean, he does have an impact because he's the shipwright of this story, and he can impact here and there, but his character or like the cast, it doesn't gives me more. Obviously there are gonna be people who loves Frankie. Let's be honest, we can clearly watch the show if Frankie didn't exist. The way One Piece works is like we can watch the show if Usopp didn't exist, we can watch the show if Jinpei didn't exist, we can watch this. So if Frankie didn't exist, when I say didn't exist, it meant like if I'm not seeing as for like 7 or 8 arcs and still being like I don't miss Frankie. I have never said I miss Frankie. I don't miss Frankie. Like that's what I'm talking about when I say even I can still watch One Piece when I'm not, like I'm not enjoying Frankie. That's what I meant. But he's still a good character. He has a story. He also has this ambition to help Luffy, but that's all he offers to the storyline. And there are already a lot of people that offers that storyline. Robin is a solid 9, man. Robin's character has a character. Unlike this other cast, right? Like Jinpei, Frankie, or Usopp, Robin has a character even more than Nami. Like Nami wants to draw the world map, which is accessed or can be accessed through Luffy, right? Robin's character, she's the most mature one in this ship. Yet she is the one that brings a lot of trouble to the ship, and the Straw Hats are there to protect her. If that I don't know if I phrased it right, but it's like her goal is different from Luffy that has its own plot line. That's what I meant to say. Like you have Luffy's storyline where he wants to become the great pirate of all time, king of the pirates. And then you have Robin in the same ship that has a storyline that wants to uncover the history of this world. Like these two are two different storyline that can be seen in the same show. And without Robin's existence, we are not gonna get that storyline. Without it's just, and because of that, I might give Robin a 10 out of 10. Like Robin's character is what makes One Piece One Piece. That might be hard for a lot of people to understand, but like we love One Piece because of the world building it has, because of the history it has, it's the storyline it has, the politics it has. Luffy doesn't give a shit about the history, politics, or the storyline narrative. Robin's whole character revolve around what I just said. And like I said, if Robin didn't exist, we are not gonna know about the world government. We are not gonna know about the poneglyph. Like Luffy, other than the road poneglyph that leads to Laugh Tale, I don't see like Luffy being like, I need to know what Joy Boy did in the 800th century. Like, I can't see Luffy caring about Joy Boy. Luffy is not the character to care about Joy Boy. Like, obviously he doesn't hate Joy Boy, but like, I can see Robin be like, I wonder who Joy Boy is, and then Luffy be like, I don't know, Sanji, what did you cook today? That is the dialogue that I can see Oda writing. Luffy is very much in the present, thinking about his future. Right, he wants to become the king of the pirates. He wants to be free. He wants to do what he wants, and if he sees something bad, he's gonna fight for it. Robin, on the other hand, she wants a whole new plot line. Has a whole new plot line, which is to uncover the truths of this world, and that character going along with a character backstory. It's 10 out of 10, man. It's a standard 10 out of 10. It's a solid 10 out of 10. So, and extras, boy, let me tell you something. Extras are like Brother, One Piece has one of the best extras to ever. It is Garp, Roger. Why am I blanking right now? We have Garp, Roger, Kaido, King, Katakuri, Whitebeard, Ace. There are a lot of other characters. When I'm blanking right now, I don't know. It my like I can't. Odin, yeah. How can I forget Odin? There are a lot of characters that just deserves 10 out of 10, man. I know One Piece characters don't die, and like it's a whole meme in the community, but like you guys need to accept it. And with hundreds and one of the things that as a writer you guys need to understand is that maintaining a long cast, a big cast is hard. Maintaining a big cast is hard. That's why you feel like Luffy has 9, Sanji Zoro has 9, right? And then you have Jinbei that has no shit for the crew. You have Usopp that has no shit for the crew. You have these below average characters. Long cast comes with a cost. And then you have Hunter Center where the cast is like Gon, Killua, Kurapika, Leo. I don't want extras, but like you have Crollo. Let's just say extras. So we have the main cast and we have the extras, which is like, you know, the extras, obviously. Gon is not the favorite protagonist. Like, let me be honest. Gon is not my favorite protagonist. No way near my favorite character. Like, I don't hate Gon, but I don't like Gon is a hypocrite. He's literally hypocrite. Sometimes he is annoying. He again falls into the same archetype of I am dumb but I am smart, I am strong, which is annoying to a point where it's like it feels like Hunter x Hunter started it because Hunter x Hunter also existed during the timeline of One Piece, but like Gone, there's something needs to change from Gone, man. Gone at Chimera and Tark is a different Gone. I understand that, and that Gone is the reason why he's at least 8, because Gone throughout the whole show didn't have much impact other than him finding his father. Like that's the whole Hundred Center storyline. I get it. That's the whole Hundred Center storyline. But like, okay, I need to change this. Is that all Gon does? Like, I'm not trying to power scale Gon compared to Killua, but like, why do I feel like Killua is a better character than Gon? Like, Killua is a better character than Gon. We are not power scaling characters. We are talking about a character's motive, the way they think, the way they are written. I don't know. Are they entertaining on screen to watch? He's a solid character. Gon is a character, right? I personally might not like him. He is a good protagonist that wants to. I don't know if he wants to protect people or not, but like I don't see him not protecting people. Kurapika is again a Nyan. The one thing that we guys need to learn about Hundred Center is that Gon has its own priority. Kurapika has its own priority. They are not living in the same world. Like Kurapika's whole priority is to basically kill all Phantom Troop. And then Gon's whole priority is to find his father, who happens to be the best hunter in existence, right? Yeah, Gon's motive, I'm not. I get it. He wants to find his father, but like you need to watch the show in order to be like, yeah, I support Gon or I want Gon to find his dream or fulfill his goal. I'm not like I'm watching One Piece 100 Center in my brain, but like I can't really see a scene where I'm like maybe when he's fighting Hisoka, but that's a fight. His interaction with the cat is also like it's not a fight scene, but it's a main scene. I feel like Meruem has more impact than Gon. Meruem is a better character than Mon, and just because of Meruem, I'm gonna make it at 10. Just and only because of Meruem, I'm gonna make it at 10. Meruem is one of the best characters to be ever written in any fiction. Kurapika is a lion. Kurapika doesn't have flaws. Kurapika has a goal, and he just fights for his goal. Let's be honest. He wants to kill all Phantom Troops. He is not being a kid. I mean, he is not a kid trying to be an adult here. He knows he is a kid, and the whole power system. Okay, we need to add power system. Like we need to add power system. Killua, yeah, Gone 8.5. I really can't see like Gon's character. Like I am struggling to characterize Gon other than him being a hypocrite. I mean, at the end of the day, he is a kid, and a lot of kids are hypocrites if you think about it. Luffy is a 17-year-old. Meanwhile, Gon is like 13-year-old. It's like I don't know. It's hard. Yeah, Gon is a poor written character. I ain't gonna lie. It's not poor written. It's just not the most engaging protagonist to ever exist. That's a better word. Gon is not the most engaging protagonist to ever exist. Killua is not the protagonist, but let's be honest, we all love Killua. Like Killua, I get it. Yeah, he deserves the hype. He's not the 10 out of 10 character. Kurapika is like, yeah, Kurapika is also not a 10 out of 10 character. I'm not, again, Kurapika for me has the same problem with Gon where I don't want to watch Kurapika nor Gon nor Killua. I just want to watch the world of, like, the storyline is not boring to a point where I don't mind whose POV or perspective or, storyline that I'm watching. It's just, it's good overall, and that impacts a lot. Leo has its own priority, man. Like Leo wants to be a doctor. The Leo's character in general was portrayed in like, or in the chairman election arc, right? Leo's whole character was portrayed in the chairman election arc. The only minus about Leo is that in One Piece, the whole point is for Luffy to become the pirate king. But in 100 Hunter, Gon is a character, separate character. Killua is a separate character. Kurapika is a separate character. Like I said, Robin has her own priority compared to Luffy. Obviously, Luffy wants to help Robin, Robin wants to help Luffy, but they two have two different goals to achieve. Gon has a different goal to achieve. Kurapika has a different goal to achieve. Leo has a different goal to achieve. Killua doesn't have a goal. He's just there to enjoy this world, and right now he's protecting his sister, which is one of the best characters to be like written. Like that sister character is like mind bending to me. When I first like watched 100 Center, that whole arc was so good. So the average of this, I'm not gonna do the average myself. I don't expect me to get pro good math, but to average calculator, we have an average calculator. The average is 7.85. This is the average the computer gave me. Okay, I did not make it. This is an average calculator. This is not personal. I mean, I did rate it, but like the average is 8.85. So One Piece characters 8.85. I mean 7.85. Holy fuck, I don't know math. So this is the score that characters get. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is the shit that One Piece get. And let's talk about 8.85, 9.9, 9.5, 9.5, 8, 10. That's already looking good. 9.5, 9.5. 8.5, 8, 8.5, 8, 10. Calculate 9.1. I'm sorry, but it's just, basic math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you have a very little cast, you have more time to prioritize on the cast that you have. Just because you have a bigger cast doesn't mean that you have a better show. It is very important to write the cast, it is very important to write the cast properly. Jinpei should have more priority if he's in the show. Frankie also should have more priority if he's continuing to be in the show. Usopp also needs to have more priority if he needs to be in the show. I understand these are all side characters, but they still exist. And as an audience, for me, if I'm watching that, perspective, their storyline, the mini arc, the episodes that they are carrying, I don't want to feel like I wasted 20 minutes of my life. That's the whole point of this. Okay, when I'm watching Gon, I'm enjoying the show. When I'm watching Killua, I'm enjoying the show. When I'm watching Kurapika, I'm enjoying the show. Leo, I'm enjoying the show. Extra, I'm enjoying the show. That simply puts everything into perspective. Now let's put this shit below. And power system. Let's talk about the power system, man. Devil fruit. I am, oh my god, even I ain't gonna lie, even I am impressed on the average number that I got. 7.85 is not the number that I expected. I genuinely expected a number to be in like 8 and decimal, right? I thought it was gonna be 8.4, 8.7, but 7.8 is not a number that I expected. 7.9 is not a number that I expected. I didn't expect that shit, man. Devil fruit. Okay, and I'm not even power scaling these characters. I'm just talking from the perspective of what they provide to the storyline. Yes, they are all friends of Luffy, but that's not there. Like there are a lot of extras, right, that are also friends with Luffy, but that's why extras in general gets a 10. Like they just in average in general they get a 10 automatically. Devil fruit. hockey. And then for hundreds center, this is a classic. This is a classic. The power these three letters have is is like crazy. You got a lot of human beings doesn't understand this power. You know, the problem with hockey is like everybody has it, but not a lot of people master it. Same with the net, everybody has it, but not a lot of people master it. But when you come to the devil fruit, there is some aspect when you can be a nerd, learn about all the devil fruits, and be like, I want to go. You go and find this devil fruit, and then you get this devil fruit, and then you still be like, I can't swim. Hockey beats a stronger hockey beats devil fruit. You ran into all these obstacles. You say imbalance. Not I can't call it imbalance, but the legend trying to balance this power system, which is devil fruit and hockey. A lot of the times you feel like if you have a better hockey, you are already the strongest character in the verse, to a point where it makes you feel like, then why the fuck is devil fruit existing? Especially with the recent storyline, Rocks showed us that hockey matters. Roger showed us that hockey matters. Emu's power system is still in the doubt. I don't know if it's a devil fruit or it's like obviously it's not a hockey. It's gonna be a devil fruit, but like there are some up and down with hockey and devil fruit. Obviously, some devil fruit is gonna be better than other devil fruit, and obviously some people's hockey is gonna be better than other people's hockey. But this video is not about power scaling. This video is about talking about the concept of devil fruit and talking about the concept of hockey. Hockey, to me at least, is something that I can actually see a real life person trying to learn it. Like observation hockey, obviously it's a long sentence, right? Observation hockey, it's a long word, but like that's just spider sense, to be honest. Observation hockey is basically spider sense where you're dodging shit, you know. You have armament hockey, just basic strength enhancer, and then you have conqueror's hockey, which is aura. Like hockey is understandable, and then you have devil fruit, right, which is RNG, as well as it gives you this excitement of what's this character's devil fruit is gonna be. And then he uses sand, and then you learn that okay, he has this sand fruit which has these weaknesses, right? You look at Aokiji, who ate the ice fruit, and then Aukeji's weakness, obviously fire. And then you have uh, Kizaru, who ate the light food, and then you can be like, yeah, this I can see this to be his weakness. You have the Enel, who is like the electrician. Obviously, Luffy is a direct enemy for Enel, but like you get all this perspective, right? You have this clear A to B, and then you have Haki, which is standard for every human. It sucks that extra side characters does not have a Haki, but like they can work towards it. They can. Garp is one of the characters that literally worked for his Haki on a scale, right? In order to put give some shit for this power system. Is it a bad power system? One, worst power system to ever exist. 10, best power system to ever exist. Now, is Devil Fruit or Hockey the best power system to ever exist? Can I be honest? Absolutely not. Hockey, it's just hands. Even when if it's just hands, it's not the best hands thrown. I'm gonna be honest, it's not the best hands thrown. But Devil Fruit, on the other hand, it makes shit interesting. I know it is random. You have to eat a fruit in order to get it, and then even when you eat it, you lose the ability to swim, and there are, natural enemies for your fruit. There are natural opposites of your fruit, which sucks. But that is the way the world exists. Everybody has a dream, and you just happens to eat a, I don't know, giraffe fruit. Like that sucks. Let's be honest, that sucks. You have no power in controlling your fate. Only the nerds know what fruit does what. If you are not a nerd, if you don't know what fruit does what, and if you don't learn to control your fruit, which is even worse, because there are people who has some OP fruits, but they don't know how to control their fruits. So what happens? Guess what happens? They can't use their power. They suck at their power. Which storyline wise, I understand it, but it's like, bruh, this is some bullshit, man. The power is literally OP, but it happens to be in a dumb motherfucker's hand. So there is some imbalance, right? Only like I get it. The balance is that only smart motherfuckers are strong, dumb motherfuckers are weak. There is some balance in it, but Nen on the other hand is polished. Smart or dumb, the way you see your power is the way your power works. That is some bullshit that I love. It's not random. You come up with your own power. If I were to choose hockey or Nen, I would choose Nen 1,000 times. I get to come up with my own power. I can make its own role. Yes, I'm gonna be categorized as one of those five shit, right? Yeah, I can be an enhancer, a transmitter, a emisser, a specialist, or a conjurer. I can be any of those. I can literally be any of those. That is some one in a five odd, right? That is some one in five odd. But I would gladly take those one in five odd. Let's just say I'm a transmitter. You know what? I don't know if I can, if there is a way to like, let's do some random website. Let's go to a random website and figure this out. And then attribute finder. Can I point proven? It's a 10 out of 10. Like I can be whatever I want based on how my character goes, the decisions that I make. I might be a specialist where I can do everything. Obviously the algorithm is not going to be like you are a specialist, but there is a chance that I can be a specialist. But hockey, I can have great hockey, but devil fruit is something that is RNG, which I don't want to. Like the chances of me getting a bad devil fruit is very high. World building, a lot of world building for One Piece exists in the past, not in the future. But a lot of world building for Hundred Center exists in the future, not in the past. That means a lot. Okay, the way the world Hundred One Piece world is built is from its past, and it's a unique way to see it. You don't know anything, but the past knows everything. 100 Center, you don't know anything, but in the future, you might learn about something. So, it is really a question where are you interested in the past or are you interested in the future? The way the world is built, honestly, politics, people, history, 10 out of 10, man. 10 out of 10 both. There is no, there is no There is no compromise in this shit. It's a 10 out of 10 world. Now, this is where shit gets real. The story. I can't see a flaw. It's hard for me to see a flaw in Hundreds Hunter. Let me look at the arc. Let's rate it arc by arc. So for the arc, Hundreds Hunter, solid 8. Let's write it, okay? Let's write the arc. We are gonna average it. So we start with an 8, a solid start, not a best start to ever exist, but a solid start. Zodiac family, an 8.5. We are introduced to Killua, a solid start. Heaven's Arena, solid arc. We are introduced to a lot of fights in that arc, a lot of power system. We learn about Nen for the first time. It's not the best, like it's not the arc that everybody should watch, but it exists and it's not boring. York New City, this is where things get real. My first 10 out of 10. My first 10 out of 10. OST peak, animation peak, storyline peak, characters peak. You get introduced to Phantom Troop, one of the best groups to ever exist. One of the best groups to ever exist. You are introduced to the world for the first time. You are learning about the world, the way the characters work, the way the world progresses. What are hunters? How are they? What is life? What is death in this world? You are learning about a lot. 10 out of 10. Shit, things when shit get real. Greed takes back. Greed takes you back. Greed Island is a solid 8. We have no opinion on it. Chimera Ant is a 11. I don't know how you write an arc like that. It's a solid 11. I'm sorry, but like it's way better than most shit to ever exist. It's just a straight up 11. And then you have a 100 chairman election, which gets an 8. So these are the average, all right. This is the average. This is the average of hundreds under. I like to go in deep about it. I like to go in deep about it. Now let's talk about One Piece arcs. This is gonna piss a lot of people, man. This is gonna piss a lot of people. Romance Town 7. Orange Town 7. Syrup Village 7. How do sits? Not a great start. I can't do this. This is hurting me. When I realize the truth and not LARPing as a One Piece, One Piece guy. Ooh, Barete arc 9.5. You are introduced to the world for the first time. You encounter Mihawk. Oof, it pains me. Arlong Park 10. One of the best arcs to be ever written. 10 out of 10. You are introduced to Nami. You are introduced to the cunning world. One of the best storylines to exist. It's just good look down. 7. Alabasta. Reverse Mountain Arc 7. Whiskey Peak 8. Nah, 7.5. Little Garden 8. Drum Island 9.5. Alabasta, not the best, but 9.5. Jaya Skypia. Jaya is an 8. Skypia is an 8.5. Like I'm still talking about how you watch it and your experience on it. It's not the worst to ever exist. There are some boring ass storylines, but Skypia is not that boring. Same with the Jaya is not that boring. Water 7. Water 7 is straight 10, man. What long? Davy Back Jones, oof, 5. Davy Back Jones is straight up 5. Water 7. Water 7 is good. 8. Ennis Lobbies is 10. Post Ennis Lobbies is 9. So 10. Nah, Ennis Lobbies. Yeah, Ennis Lobbies is 10. Fuck. 9. You know what? This is not this is not to please any One Piece fans out there. This is some honest review. I'm trying my best to give honest opinions. Thriller Bark 7. Sabody 8. The way that Luffy went from Sabody to Amazon Lily is like, it's like, you went from serious shit happening, your whole crew was, at that point killed, and then you went to Amazon Lily and he just be like, everything is well, I'm just gonna return to Sabody because, no, I'm just gonna save my brother. It's like, I don't know. I don't know why Luffy was having smiling, or like I don't like the way that Luffy was smiling even when shit was going south. I understand it. That's the protagonist archetype, but realistically speaking, that's some deep shit, man. That you have to think about. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 19, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, Amazon Lily is like, to me, it's 7. Not gonna lie. Impel Down, 8, 8. And then you have Marineford, which honestly is a 10. In fact, 11. Post war is like a solid 8. Timescape, Return to Sabaody, 7. And I think the next is Fisherman. Fisherman is 8, solid 8. Pankasar, Pankasar is a 7. Sorry, man. Pankasar, Dressrosa, 8. You know what? I actually like Dressrosa with the Law and Dolphamingo. Zoo is like Zoo. Zoo was sits maybe for me. Whole Cake Island is a 9. Whole Cake Island is not a bad level arc. I can't say filler, but it's not that interesting. Wano is a 10. Wano has some flaws. Wano is where it gets to be like it enters the LARPing stage. Wano is where people started to LARP One Piece because COVID happened and people started to be like Wano is the best. Comparing to Marineford and Innis Lobby, Wano is not that much. I will die on that hill. Comparing to Innis Lobby and Marineford, Wano was like I I I, I knew Luffy is gonna win. Even when I didn't know Gear 5 existed, I had I had this perspective of you know yeah, Luffy is gonna win. But maybe because of Gear 5 it's 11. Egghead Egghead is a 9. So this is my wow, I didn't even show you guys this. My bad. So this is my One Piece. Uh this is my One Piece average. Now I need to find an average for this. Let's find an average for this. Hello. Average finder, average calculator. Oof, let's calculate. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Cam and desktop. Calculate. 8.14, huh? 8.14. Oof. This is the number that we got. 8.14. Now it really depends. 8.14. Now it really depends on fucking 100 center man. Calculate. 8.8. Oof. 8.9. 8.9. Oh my god, 100 center is better. It's not about how much you do, it's the average, it has to be consistent. You have to be consistent. Oh my god. I mean the overall story. Okay, let's. Oof. Oof. For the overall world building, we can add 9, right? Let's plus 1 it. Plus 1. Even with a plus 1. it's- wha- Oof. The overall experience, right? The overall experience. It's not about how long it is, it's about how good it is. And One Piece is good, don't get me wrong. This is not a video where I am saying One Piece is good, but Hundred Hunter is just better, man. It's consistent. It's consistent overall. Bruh. 9 point, let's say 9.9. Oof. 9.9 comma 10, 10, 10, 10, 9.19, 9.19 and 10. So story, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, hundreds under 1. 9.66, 67, 9.67. Hundred center score is 9.67. 9.67. And One Piece is 9.14. 9.14. 10, 8.5. 10, 8.5. 7.85. Oof, that's the bad one. 7.85. Usopp is literally killing One Piece. 10 and 8. 10, 8. 8.9. Oof. 8.9. Wow. Wow. I finally found what is a better anime. I finally found what is a better anime to watch. I solved a problem in my life. This might be one of the best things that I've ever done in my life. Oh my god. Oh my god. So 100 wins, huh? 100 just wins by a whole decimal, not even a whole decimal. It's like what, 9 and 6 7, basically it's like what, 7 decimal point 7. It isn't like point 0.7. The conversation is open, the debate is open. Any YouTubers, anybody even in the comments, feel free to let me know, guys. I am open for discussion. I am down to like get hate threats. I am down for like any conversation regarding One Piece versus Hunter. Just let me know what you guys think about this. I just feel great about myself because I solved a major problem. Wow. I feel good right now. And with this feeling, I'm gonna end my stream. I don't want to stream more. I feel like I have created a masterpiece today. I'm gonna go back and watch my own stream and think about this project that I just did. Wow. How long am I? I'm just streaming for an hour, and I already feel great about it. Ah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on another live stream. I guess I'm not even feeling sleepy, but